Would you take an event? Would you take a wedding entertainment event where one, you are only the MC, somebody else is the DJ? We'll just start with that one. We'll go with that one, and we'll hit the other ones here in a moment. Would you do that where you are only the MC? Bless you.
Thank
Somebody
you.
else. Every time I said that, you sneezed. I wonder if you're allergic to my comment.
It
Uh,
might be. Ooh.
would you do that?
Somebody from my company or somebody outside of my company?
Let's go outside of your company first.
Probably. Yeah, shit. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, as long as I got my what I wanted, you know. Ooh. Um, I suppose I would. I've never had the opportunity. Nobody's ever asked me, but if it arose, yeah, I'd take an easy night.
So, and I think someone like you, this would work really well. Like you've got a lot of your ins and outs and nuances that you do that really set you apart as an MC. I'm not saying your mixing isn't and your playing isn't because I just haven't really heard that, but I've heard of a lot of the things and we've talked about a lot of things that you say and do throughout the course of a night that would really set you apart as an MC. And I think I could see that happening. I could see that happening potentially for you. Obviously, I think the question the other way, then, for somebody in your company is, yeah, sure, if they're that into it, why not?
Yep.
Um, I don't know. I think I'd be willing to, but man, I would have to know the person. I would have to know the person because I think there's a connection that also has to happen between the MC and the DJ to be able to step in and have that all night long aspect, right? Because your DJ is probably going to be controlling your microphone to make sure that
Yeah.
you're loud enough and all those pieces. You need to be able, if you're going to MC and potentially then, you know, keep the crowd energized, you need to make sure that whoever's on the other end of that DJing is going to be able to do their job so that you're not fighting to get energy and all of a sudden he or she drops a slow song. Um, I think there's a lot of pieces to that. Um, so what about this? Would you do it where you're only there for the cocktail and dinner, no dancing?
No, not worth my time.
What if they were going to pay you your rate?
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, you betcha. Be there all day long. But I don't think he was gonna pay my rate for a cocktail and dinner, no dance. And I mean, you book so far out, I've got to make what I got to make on a Saturday, and I don't, now if it was like 2 weeks and I didn't have anything booked, yeah, I know I'd probably still take the night off. I'd probably just enjoy the night off.
I would say my answer is no to this. I think even if they were willing to pay my rate. Now, I say that, and it's like every once in a while, I would really like an easy night where I'm done early. Where even if I start earlier in the day, it's fine. I'm done early and I can come home. I can kind of chill, and I'm done putting all my gear away and in the house at a decent hour. But I don't know, like I do this because I love it. I love the interaction. I love the playing aspect. I love getting people up and dancing. I love the happiness that goes with it. And I feel like cocktail and dinner, I get to be more of an MC. I get to do kind of more of those other pieces, which can be fun, but it's just not the same. So I'd be real hesitant to go, yeah, because I think part of me would just be kind of, I don't want to say miserable, but I just would be kind of leaving the night going, that was a waste. Even
Yeah.
if the paycheck was there at the end, like I would just feel like, man, that night was a waste of my time, or felt like a waste of my time. Uh, I don't know. It's my gut. My gut that kind of says, nah, I don't know if I want to. All
And
right.
also, you'd have to be in a whole separate room. So when I tore down, it wasn't disturbing anything else. I don't want to, because I don't want to tear down while they're dancing. That looks obnoxious. So it'd have to be.
Well, or the scenario that there is no dancing, right?
Oh, well,
They're
yeah, that's
having a
true. Yeah,
cocktail hour, they're
and a
having
dinner.
dinner. Maybe
And
maybe
that's it.
maybe the
That'd be
only dancing
first.
is the formalities,
Yeah,
right? And then
yeah.
they're gonna, all right, we're done.
Huh?
But yeah, you would have to be set up in another area so there's no interference with that
I
type of thing.
pictured, I pictured they were having a band, and they didn't want you to.
Oh.
and the band was going to take over after cocktail and dinner.
I'll tell you, that's the advantage of having one of those quick teardown booths.
Yeah.
Because you can you're out the door. All right. So we said cocktail and dinner, no dance. How about no cocktail, no dinner, only dance? You're in a separate room, so you don't have to worry about setting up during dinner, like during their dinner area.
And see, you've been saying no to everything I said. I'd probably do no on this one because I don't like. Yeah, I'd probably say no on that one because if I can't bribe them during cocktail and dinner, then it's hard to win them over just for dance only.
That is a good point, right? Because like the whole night kind of plays together. So you get if you can't get them ready, and you're just gonna. I will say this. This is one I would say yes to.
See, I knew it.
And
We did.
yeah, we disagree, and it's
Oh
okay.
yeah,
We
somebody
can
loves it.
disagree.
Yeah, oh
I've
yeah.
I've had a lot of situations, more cocktail than dinner, but a lot of situations where they brought in an outside musician, and I've been a part of it because in the venue where I was at, I had to be set up, and so they paid me to be there. They paid somebody else or a friend of theirs was playing. I don't know what was the case, but it didn't matter to me. I was there, but it created a kind of different type of vibe. Like I'm used to playing for the dinner, I'm used to playing for the cocktails and having that happen. But this live musician added an element that I wasn't used to. Um, and it didn't impact it negatively in the night. And it was kind of a cool little thing to have. And I think again, because I like the dancing portion, I like the other part, it was fine. So now here I'm going to play devil's advocate because we know that whoever, let's say it's a musician of some sort, they could have somebody that is horrible, or they could have somebody that primes that pump for you. If it was somebody that's priming the pump, if it was somebody you knew would be capable of helping things out through that time, would that change your mind?
Yeah, possibly. I guess now that I think about it, I have done it in the past, but it's been years ago. I had this Italian family bring in a Frank Sinatra impersonator out of Chicago. I like I said again, I live in Iowa, so they brought this big name Frank Sinatra, impersonator over for cocktail, and that was kind of fun because it was easy to prime him. And I still did my, announcements and things of that nature. But yeah, it was pretty cool to work with him. I
Nice.
only did it once. Again, it's only did it once, so I don't know.
All right. And there's a final one here before we move on to the next question. You split would you do it if you split the DJ time with a DJ friend of the family?
No.
So this is not somebody from your company. This happens to be I'm coming to a wedding of yours, Cubbie. I know the bride and groom. I'm a qualified DJ, but we haven't technically met before. We're gonna split the night.
Yeah, what the heck? I get the same rate. Like I said, so they still got the same rate. I go pee, go grab cupcake when he's spinning. You betcha. You want to work how much? Go ahead.
So here's where I would probably have some difficulty because I would be nervous about my gear. I would be nervous about my gear of them deciding to come in and just blast it and blow it or something along those lines.
Oh,
Not playing cautious to those elements. Um, that I think that there would be, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm saying I'd have to have some conversation with this DJ. I'd have to give some understanding of like, listen, I understand what you're going to want to do, and I'm fine with it, but there's going to be some ground rules if you're plugging into my stuff.
right. Yeah, it's conversations to have pre before the event, and a clarification with the bride and groom that he's not coming in there to blow my gear up.
So there we go. So the Cubbie and I don't agree on pretty much anything this entire time. That last one maybe a little bit, but hopefully we give you some pros and cons to those scenarios. That was interesting. That was a very interesting question. The way that it was developed. Um, a lot of us. I think there's a lot of DJs who would say, if the money's there, I'm there, and if the only thing you're doing for at the end of the night is a paycheck, like the only thing you're doing this for at the end of the night is a paycheck, then all four of those were probably yeses for you. But for me, me personally, I need to have the right vibe from the night, where I might as well just stay home. So, all right, we're gonna pause for a second. This next one's gonna be a real short one, I guarantee it.